They're offering you to plead to impeding traffic, which is no points.
Right away, the judge is offering what lawyers call a plea deal. This is actually a very favorable offer. Plead guilty to a minor impeding traffic violation with 0 points, and the more serious charges disappear. In traffic court, this is about as lenient as it gets. But here's the problem. The defendant clearly doesn't understand what's being offered, and that confusion is about to derail the entire hearing.
And it won't go on your record. If you plead to that, they're going to dismiss the speeding charge and the expired plate charge. Do you understand that?
No.
What part don't you understand? They're offering you to plead to impeding traffic.
I gotta close an entry. And I'm not understanding much of what you're saying.
Okay,
I just know that I didn't know that I had a medical crisis at the time.
hang on. I want to make sure you understand before we go on.
Here's what's happening here. The judge keeps repeating the same explanation. In court, judges must ensure the defendant understands a plea before accepting it. If someone pleads without understanding the consequences, that plea can be challenged later. So the judge is actually doing the right thing by slowing things down, but the conversation is quickly turning into a loop.
They're going to offer you the opportunity to plead to a 0-point violation. It's not going on your traffic record.
I got money.
Ma'am, you can fight the ticket if you want. I can't solve that issue for you. I'm not going to. If you don't understand, I'll just set it for hearing on both charges and we'll have a hearing. I don't know what more I can do. We're telling you if you plead to impeding, it's 0 points.
This moment is critical. The judge gives her two very clear options. Option 1, accept the deal and resolve it today. Option 2, go to a formal hearing where both charges stay alive. And here's the question for you watching. If you were in this situation, would you take the deal or risk fighting both tickets in court?
It won't go on your traffic record and the speeding charge will be dismissed. Do you want to plead to this first? Do you want to plead to impeding?
No,
What do you want to do?
I do.
Ma'am, you're not going to get argumentative with me now, are you? You're not going to get argumentative with me now, are you?
No, I don't understand
What part don't you understand?
what's been is.
Now the tension in the courtroom starts rising. The judge believes the defendant does understand, but simply refuses to accept the options. From the judge's perspective, this begins to look less like confusion and more like argumentative behavior, which courts take very seriously. And when emotions start running high in a courtroom, things can escalate quickly.
Why, that's easy to say. I mean, I don't understand what's going on in the world now either. I get that.
I was lost in.
Ma'am, you can set it for hearing if you want. I can tell this is going to be one of these where you don't want to plead and you want them to dismiss it and they're not willing to dismiss it. You're either going to have to plead to impeding or set them both for hearing. That's the best I can do. I will work with you on the payments. I don't intend to lock you up.
I don't have money.
Ma'am, I'm not talking about the money. I'm not talking
I
about it.
got help. I don't have the money.
So you understand what's going on. You just want to quarrel with me, right? You want to argue with me, right?
No, I just don't have.
Ma'am, if you want me to set these for hearing, I will set them for hearing. If you want to plead to impeding traffic,
No.
you don't want to plead to impeding traffic. Well, why don't you?
Here's another major misunderstanding. The defendant thinks not having money automatically means jail, but that's rarely how traffic court works. Judges almost always offer payment plans, extensions, or community service options. The judge is trying to explain that, but the defendant is stuck on the idea that jail is inevitable.
Sit down and think about it. I got all these people.
Anybody else? Still gonna have a head injury.
Ma'am, you want to argue with me, huh? I don't need to argue, and I'm not arguing with people. If somebody wants me to argue with them, they can pay me a lot more than the state's paying me. I'm not going to argue with you. Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat. And that's what I'm going to do. That's Susan.
Amy Powers.
Have a seat, and I'll be back with you. You think about what you want to do, okay? What's that?
Amy Powers, if you got it on your mind.
My head injury.
Ma'am, settle down, please. You don't get to outburst like that. I can't explain it any better than I have. You want to argue with me. People want to argue with me, detective, sometimes. You know that, Mr. Slav? I don't understand it. They want to argue with me. Like I'm the guy who got them in trouble. I'm the guy who was pressing the accelerator. I'm ridiculous. Are you ready, Miss Wolf, or have you not figured out what you're going to do? And I'm not going to argue with you. You're either. So am I. Come on up here. Susan Lynn Wolf, 25G 306 784 A and B. All right. Your name again? So again, I'm going to ask you. You can either plead to impeding, and they'll dismiss the speed, and they'll dismiss the expired plate, or you can set them both for hearing.
Okay, but I gotta go to jail.
Ma'am, I will give you time to pay.
I'm on hold every month.
Ma'am, I don't know what to tell you. I can figure something out, but I'm not waiving your fines. I waive your fines. I got to waive everybody else's fines.
That's why I want to go to jail.
I don't want to send you to jail. Do you want to take this deal or?
Because of the judge, okay?
At this point, the judge does something you see often in busy courtrooms. He pauses a case and sends a defendant back to sit down. That gives everyone a chance to cool off and think. But what makes this moment fascinating is that the entire conflict started from a simple traffic plea deal. Sometimes in court, the biggest problem isn't the charges. It's communication breaking down completely.
You what?
The trial I was told I would lose because everybody knew that auto owners owned Tyrannus. The judge said I wasn't injured in the accident. I'm living on less than $10,000 a year for that damn judge.
Stop it. Judge Tyrannus was a very, very, very well-respected judge.
He said
So wait a minute. I'm not talking to you about Judge Tyrannus. I believe he's deceased. I had respect for him when I was a lawyer, and he was a very well-respected judge, and that's not fair. And I have nothing to do with that.
right.
All right, so you're going to...
I got no money.
Ma'am, I can't...
I need to go to jail. I have no money.
All right, do you want me to set it for hearing, or are you going to plead to impeding?
I have no money. How do I
Have a seat. You think about it further, but you're not going to bring up you're not going to start disparaging a judge, particularly one who's deceased. Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Sit down. Don't tell me that damn judge was a good judge.
Ma'am, you come up here 1 second. You want to go to jail? You keep acting like this, but it's not going to take care of your ticket. You are not going to carry on in a courthouse like this. Come here. Come up here.
I'm extremely dizzy at the moment.
Sit down, man. You're not going to disparage a judge. And you're not going to disparage somebody who's deceased. And Judge Tyrannus was in... Well, I got to tell you, my money would be on Judge Tyrannus's decision. Because he was a very, very, very good man and a very respectful man. And I'm not talking about it. And you're not mentioning his name again. And when you tell me you're ready, I will call your case. All you have to do is raise your hand. I will call your case. And I will either set it for hearing or I will take the plea.
I gotta go. I gotta go. I can't be here. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Set it for hearing, Heather. Go down the hall and get your notice, ma'am.
Okay, Judge. You just want me to set it for? You
I
want me to
tell
set
you,
it for
there are days
formal?
I
Or?
wonder. There are just days that I wonder.